Business buzzwords are everywhere. They're trending, spreading through the TikTok videos and Instagram reels, and not keeping up with them just doesn't fly anymore. As we return to our offices post-pandemic and try and make sense of our work life or life in general, we hear this corporate jargon thrown around like confetti. We know what you might be thinking. Sure, you know what quiet quitting means. You're up to date. But did you know there are 3 types of quiets? Quiet quitting, firing, and hiring. Here's another one. Did you know that the Great Resignation has nothing to do with the best resignation ever written? We know this can be a little confusing. That's why we've prepared a primer, if we may, on corporate jargon. Here we go. Word number 1. Great Resignation. This word made waves in 2022. More than 50 million workers quit their jobs that year. It broke a record. Seriously. Most people quit these jobs as the COVID-19 pandemic was easing. They were being called back to the office and they decided they deserved better. If you too had an epiphany while being locked down and quit your job for greener pastures, we hope you found them. Moving on, we're sure you know about the 3 certainties in life: life, death, and taxes. But this may have changed post-pandemic. The next 3 words may be the 3 certainties of work life, which brings us to word number 2, quiet quitting. This began as a self-care revolution. Employees are choosing to do the bare minimum at their jobs. They aren't going above and beyond, and they're putting themselves first. People who quiet quit hail the work-life balance. Word number 3, quiet hiring. This is again something that ails the post-pandemic world. It refers to assigning existing staff duties instead of hiring new staff. Maybe this is what leads to quiet quitting after all. Basically, the reward for doing your job well is to do someone else's job too. Doesn't sound very rewarding. But this isn't even the worst of all the quiets. Do you know what hits you the loudest? Word number 4, quiet firing. This stands for horrible bosses who make work life miserable for their employees. They can drive their employees up the wall. One would think that actual firing might have been better in this case. Word number 5, career cushioning. This word has blown up this year, especially as mass layoffs have become a weekly headline. This is where workers prepare for a plan B. They discreetly apply for another job while staying in their current one, in preparation of a potential layoff. Word number 6, productivity paranoia. It refers to the fear among employers that their employees aren't doing enough. It was one of the reasons that made companies call their staff back to the office, even though study after study has said people work better in the hybrid mode. Word number 7, toggling tax. Now this is a creative one. Maybe you do it too. Hear us out. It refers to the amount of time lost when workers toggle between tabs and apps. Do you catch yourself checking your phone, maybe for Instagram notifications while working on your sales Excel sheet? It doesn't sound like much, does it? But it can sap productivity. In fact, in total, on an average, it amounts to 5 work weeks a year. With this, we come to an end of a roundup of the most trendy corporate buzzwords. Armed with these, we suspect you'll never be a buzzkill at any work party.